Shalom Aleichem, Guten Erev Shabbos. Anyway, we have today some learning from the Breslover Chumash on Pikudei, Parshas Pikudei. So let's take a look at it. Let's see. Second. Here we go. Parshas Pikudei. Ele Pikudei HaMishkan, Mishkan Ho'idus, Asher Pukad, Alpi Moshe Avodas Halavim, Biyad Isamar ben Aharon HaKohen. These are the accounts of the tabernacle of testimony, that were reckoned according to Moses. The work of the Levites were supervised by Itamar, the son of Aharon the Kohen. So it says Mishkan. It says Mishkan 2 times. It'll talk about that in a minute. The tabernacle, Mishkan, tabernacle, is related to Mishkan, a guarantee. God gave us the tabernacle as a guarantee that He will always be with us. Shemot Rebbe, 31:10. So the tabernacle, the Mishkan, is a guarantee that He will always be with us. Mishkan is also similar to Mashcheni, draw me close. In the Song of Songs, 1:4, see Rashi. In other words, draw me close, HaShem is saying, for it draws us close to God and God to us. See Likutei Maharan. So Mashcheni. So it says, draw me close, and so that's Mishkan. The Mishkan draws us close to HaShem. The tabernacle. Mishkan is tabernacle, shares the same root as Shachen, neighbor. For the purpose of the tabernacle, like the temple that succeeded it, was to draw people together to serve God. Likutei Halachot. So that was the purpose of the tabernacle. Like the temple, like the Beis HaMikdash that succeeded it, that came after it, was to draw people together to serve HaShem. The tabernacle, Mishkan, tabernacle, is an acronym for Mita, that means bed, Shulchan, tablet, table, that's Shulchan, table, Kisei is chair, Ner is a lamp. These mundane objects are absolutely necessary. One moment. These mundane objects are absolutely necessary for our lives in this world. The table, the shulchan, the kisei, the chair, the ner, the lamp, mita, also the bed. They can also help us attain awesome spiritual heights if we know how to use them properly. We learn how from the great tzaddikim, as hinted at by the final letters of these 4 words: Mita, that's Hey, Shulchan, that's Nun, Kisei, Aleph, and Ner, which spell Aharon. That's Hey, and Nun, and Aleph, and Reish is spelled Aharon HaKohen, the tzaddik who was the first Kohen Gadol to serve God, the Likutei Halachot. Let's take a look. Another Vart from this is the Parshas Pikudei. This is the Rabbi Nachman's Torah. Breslov insights into the weekly Torah reading. The tabernacle of testimony. So we mentioned before that tabernacle is said twice. Ele Pikudei HaMishkan, Mishkan Ho'idus. The word Mishkan, tabernacle, is mentioned twice in this verse because Whether it is erected or destroyed, it always remains with us. The tabernacle was dismantled every time the Israelites journeyed and rebuilt every time they encamped, to teach us that it accompanies us always. The Jews were able to travel through the desert, a place of serpents, poisonous snakes, and scorpions, a place devoid of faith and serenity, a place filled with confusion and doubts, because the tabernacle always remained with them. Likutei Halachot. And so this is a very good thing to know, that the Mishkan is always with us, whether it's physically here or not. The temple is always there. The Mishkan, the tabernacle. The tabernacle of testimony. The repetition of the word Mishkan, tabernacle, alludes to the two temples that were eventually destroyed. Rashi. Mishkan, tabernacle, connotes HaMishkan, drawing close to God. The tabernacle radiated godliness in the desert. The temples illuminated holiness to the diaspora. The tabernacle radiated godliness in the desert. The temples illuminated holiness to the diaspora. Nowadays, sanctity is drawn whenever people gather in synagogues. By building the tabernacle in the desert, Moses prepared for the eventuality that the Jews could invoke godliness even in a place devoid of godliness, and be able to sanctify a synagogue. Likutei Moharan. These are the accounts of the tabernacle of testimony. 39 acts of labor were involved in building the tabernacle. Shabbat 73:8. Whenever a person works for the sake of God, even if he is engaged in mundane tasks, his actions are considered to be analogous to building the tabernacle, to building the Mishkan. Such activity is beneficial for everyone because it draws the dew of blessing, bounty of the tal, dew, the dew of blessing, i.e. the bounty. The tal is the water that is given, that HaShem gives us, and we call the tal bracha, the dew of blessing. So tal dew has the numerical value of 39. Conversely, if a person works solely for material benefit, his 39 acts correspond to the 39 lashes meted out by a Jewish court for certain offenses, Deuteronomy 25:3, and to the 39 curses that Adam, Eve, and the serpent and the earth incurred after Adam ate from the tree of knowledge, Pikudei Zohar. So in other words, it's saying that whenever a person works for the sake of God, even if he is engaged in mundane tasks, his actions are considered to be analogous to building the tabernacle. So this is very interesting, very nice. It's the Mishkan. So the Mishkan is related to the Mishkan, a mashkon, the guarantee. And then the Mishkan is also similar to Moshcheni, to HaShem wants us to draw near to Him, and He will be drawn near to us. And also the tabernacle shares the same root as Shachen, the neighbor, Shachen, for the purpose of the tabernacle. Like the temple that succeeded it was to draw people together to serve God. Likutei Lachos, and then the tabernacle had in it the mita. That's the Mishkan. That's mita. The shin is shulchan, table. The Mishkan, the chaf is kisei, and there the lamp. So these mundane objects are absolutely necessary for our lives in this world. They can also help us attain awesome spiritual heights if we know how to use them properly. And we learn how from the great tzaddikim, as hinted by in the final letters of these 4 words, Mita, that's the Hey, and Shulchan is Nun, Kisei, that's Aleph, and Ner is Ner, with Nun, which spell Aaron, HaKohen. Aaron pursued peace, and he loved peace, and he tried to make peace between the Bnei Yisrael, so that he was a tzaddik who was the first Kohen Gadol to God. Likutei Halachot. So here we go, Rabbi Nachman's Torah. This is based the rest of insights into the weekly Torah reading. Thank you very much. Good Shabbos. A good year. And all the best.